And today we're in Taiwan. Woo! We are so excited to be back, and one of the things that we do every single day when we're here is go to 7-Eleven. So I thought it might be fun for us to only eat Taiwan 7-Eleven food for 24 hours. So that's what we're doing today. And we're actually here in Taiwan because we are getting married. And so if you want to see any of the stuff with the wedding, it'll all be on my vlog channel called More Meimei. And starting today, we are doing Vlogmas on that channel as well, which means we are uploading every other day up until Christmas. So you definitely don't want to miss out. We're going to be sharing all the wedding stuff as well as more Taiwan stuff and Japan stuff too. So anyway, we are hungry, we are ready to eat, so let's head to the first 7-Eleven. Let's go! Okay, we have made it to our first 7-Eleven for breakfast. We are at the Snoopy themed 7-Eleven. I am so excited because I am such a Snoopy fan. So it's just like so cute to see all the little details, and they have this downstairs seating area. That's where we are right now, and it's completely Snoopy themed around here. It's just like a little Snoopy paradise in the heart of Taipei. We got a variety of goodies for breakfast, but before we get into it, you might have noticed I have on this new hoodie. This is our very first piece of Feed Meimei merch. I have been wanting to release merch for over 4 years, and it just never worked out because I really want my merch to be high quality, and I want the design to be really cute, and I want to make sure that you guys love it just as much as I do. So it is this cream colored hoodie, and on the front we have these little icons of my favorite foods. We have fries, boba, noodles, dumpling, sushi, and ice cream. And on the sleeve we have a little bird for bird. Yeah. And then on the back, we again have those really cute icons of all the foods. We have this huge boba, as well as some sparkles. And you might notice there's a little shout out to Mom with her signature saying, Delish. I feel like we've spent a long time building this food-loving community, and now we have our first piece of merch to share together. So I will, of course, link it in the description box if you're interested in checking it out. We do have a limited quantity available right now. So that means once you order those, they're ready to ship. But then once those run out, then it turns into like a pre-order. So yeah, just wanted to share that really exciting announcement with you guys, but let's get into the food. So first up, I got these little bottles of soy milk, and this is actually in collaboration with a very famous soy milk place in Taiwan. They have two different options. I believe this one with the little red marking is no sugar added, so I figured let's just try both and see which one we like better. I'm gonna do the no sugar added one first. Oh, whoa. This is not sweet at all. I thought even if it had no sugar added, it would just have a little bit sweetness, but this is completely no sweet. If anything, it's kind of salty. You're not gonna like that.
I don't like that.
Not give to bird.
Take from bird.
Let's try the sweet one. Oh, this is much better. You get the pure soy milk flavor, and it's like decently sweet, not too sweet. Even though it's sweet, not too sweet, just the right amount. Perfect balance.
This one hits. This is what Taiwan tastes like.
And I also got these kao fan shu. These are like roasted sweet potatoes. They always have them at 7-Eleven. And this is one of my family's favorite things to get in Taiwan. Whoa. Look at that on the inside. It's so golden and warm. The skin is like kind of crackly. Cheers. That's nice. The sweet potato is slightly sweet, not like super sweet. It just has that like natural sweetness from the potato. And yeah, I love that they keep it in the warmer, so it's just nice and comforting. And then another Taiwan 7-Eleven staple is the tea eggs. I'm sure you guys have seen these. These are literally a must whenever you're at Taiwan 7-Eleven. So to make it easier to peel, I'm just gonna roll it on the table a little, and then we can just peel it off pretty easily. Look at that, so perfect. It's warm. The egg whites are so soft and jiggly and really absorb the marinade of the tea egg. And then based off the yolk, the egg in general looks like it's overcooked, but somehow the egg white is still so soft and jiggly. It's just really nice. Then I also picked up one of these sandwiches. They just layer everything so perfectly and evenly and thinly so that in each bite you can get a little bit of everything. So simple, but for some reason to me, it's so good. The ham adds a nice little smoky flavor, the egg is a little fluffy, and then the creaminess from the cheese and the cream cheese all on this soft, pillowy bread. It's just like a perfect little bite every time. Next up, I grabbed this yogurt. It's an orange flavor, and I know that they have other flavors like strawberry and peach, but for some reason at the 7-Eleven, I could only find the orange one. So let's open it up. Ooh. Oh my gosh, there's some like chunks. Look at that. Oh, those chunks are kind of like those crunchy jellies, like nata de coco or like coconut jelly type texture. And it works really well because those are really, really refreshing. So it pairs perfectly with the orange yogurt. And it's really nice because you do get a hint of that orange flavor. And the yogurt itself is not too tart, but it's also not too sweet. It's like a nice balance. It's super creamy and like smooth. Look at that. More runny than yogurt in the US. So next up we have these rice balls, also known as fan tuan. This fan tuan is again in collaboration with the famous soy milk place. We actually did eat fan tuan there yesterday as well, so we'll see how this compares. And these did require heating up in the microwave, but what I really love about Taiwan 7-Eleven is that they have a heating instructions number, and so all you have to do is stick it in the microwave and then click the number that it says on the packaging. So let's open it up. Oh my gosh, wow, that fan tuan is filled to the brim. If you know me, you know fan tuan is one of my favorite Taiwanese breakfast items, so I'm super excited about this. That is pretty good. It's super duper flavorful from the pork floss. You also get the crunch from the pickled veggies, and they add a little bit of egg here too. My one thing I would say is that the rice is a bit mushy. It's not as like firm and chewy as you want fan tuan rice to be, but honestly, I am not complaining. This is solid. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I like this fan tuan better than the one they had at the restaurant. I feel like it has more flavor. Like the ratio is better.
I agree.
Right? The one made fresh at the restaurant has a crispier youtiao, which is nice, but this ratio is much better than that one. And then the other one I got is this pork stewed sticky rice ball. I was really intrigued by the picture on the front. It just looks so good. Whoa, oh my gosh. These fan tuan are filled. Oh, this one smells like lu rou fan. Oh my gosh, that is so good. It's literally like lu rou fan in a portable form. This is gonna become my new go-to thing to get at 7-Eleven. Again, I do have to say the rice is mushy, but it's not that bad. But everything else is like phenomenal. It really tastes like that stewed, braised, like meaty flavor. It's so rich, and the addition of the braised egg and then the sausage, it just adds these like contrasting textures, but it doesn't take away from how good the pork is either. Hey, Bird, you gotta try this.
Give the bird.
So for lunch, I found this other really cute 7-Eleven. It's Sanrio themed. So let's head over there. Okay, so we just grabbed an assortment of goodies from the Sanrio 7-Eleven. It's literally so cute in here. Even the lights on the ceiling are like Hello Kitty, My Melody, and Pom Pom Purin. There's also just cute characters everywhere. There's a special section for merch. If you love Sanrio, you have to visit this one. First up, I got these little toasty sandwiches, and these you grab on the shelf of the refrigerator, and then when you pay, they will heat it up for you in this little toaster. Oh my god, it smells like butter, super buttery. Oh my gosh, look how adorable that is. They even imprint like a little character on it. I got one sweet, one savory, and this one smells sweeter to me, so I think this is a sweet one. So I want to start with the savory one. This is a pork loin and egg toasty. Mmm, the pork is super tender, like not tough at all. It's also juicy, flavorful. The bread is so nicely toasted, golden and crispy on the outside, but also like fluffy and chewy on the inside. Wow, this is a solid little sandwich. Okay, let's try the dessert one that I got. I believe this is a mochi and red bean one. The bread already looks like it's kind of more of a croissant type bread-ish. It just looks buttery and like kind of flaky, I guess. Mmm, it indeed has a rich buttery flavor, and you can see the mochi too. Let me try to get a good bite with the mochi. Mmm, That's really nice. I mean, mochi and red bean, obviously a classic combo. So good. The mochi adds a little bit of a different texture. It's like a tiny bit chewy and like stretchy. And to wash it all down, I grabbed this Wanhua Tea Shop Rich Taro Milk. This caught my eye because Wanhua Tea Shop is a boba shop in Taiwan. They also have locations in the US, which we've been to. But yeah, I was so intrigued that it seems like they kind of collaborated with 7-Eleven to make this drink. So let's open it up. There we go. It has a slight smell of taro, but not super strong. And then of course we're using our Feed Made glass boba straw. Link will be in the description as always. That's pretty nice. Definitely no artificial taro flavor in this. It tastes like pure, real taro. Literally just tastes like fresh taro with milk. It's also not too sweet. Probably not sweet enough for you, Bird.
We'll see.
It's like the kind of drink that if you go to a boba shop and order like 50% sweet or even 0% sweet, you probably would like this. And then at 7-Elevens, they'll have like kind of a cafe section where you can order like made to order drinks. And this one is their Zhenju Naita, aka boba milk tea. It even comes in this cute little cup with all the Sanrio characters. And I actually have never tried this at 7-Eleven before. So this is supposed to have actual boba in it. Whoa, the boba is really, really soft. Like it does have that chewy bounce, but really, really, really soft. It also has a little sweetness when you chew down on it, but overall the drink itself isn't that sweet. You do get a bit of a tea flavor, but it needs more sugar. It's just okay, you could probably skip it. I also, of course, had to grab an onigiri, and I got this tuna with onion and celery one. Let's open it up. Ooh, we gotta pull this down, then we gotta pull the sides. Yeah. Keeps the seaweed nice and crispy. I love the crunch of the seaweed. Rice is nicely cooked and seasoned. The tuna is creamy from the mayo, and I really love the flavor that the celery and onions add as well. One of my go-to flavors of onigiri whenever I'm at 7-Eleven in Taiwan. My only small gripe is that I wish that there was a little bit more of the filling. I feel like it would just be so much better if they just put a little bit more filling, but still really good. And then the noodle that I got is this hot beef flavor instant noodles, and I've had this quite a few times actually in the past at Taiwan 7-Eleven. This is a really solid brand for instant beef noodle soup. Let's open it up to the dotted line. Using Google Translate, I think the instructions are to add the packet into the bowl, and then we fill it with hot water up to the indicated line, and then we let it cook for 3 minutes, and then we mix everything together. Oh my goodness. Look at that beef noodle soup. It also smells amazing. I'm kind of worried about the soup splattering on my new Feed Mei hoodie, so I'm actually going to take the lid, then I'm gonna fold it in half, like this, and then fold it in half again, so basically into a quarter. And then when we open, we have like a little mini bowl. So we're gonna grab some of the noodle and we can put it in the bowl, and I can hold it right here, so that way I don't have to worry about it getting on my hoodie. Wow, it's just as good as I remembered. The soup is so flavorful. It sticks really, really well onto the noodles. I didn't even have any of the soup yet, but I could taste the pure beefy flavor just by slurping the noodle. This instant beef noodle is honestly better than a decent amount of beef noodle soup I've had even in Taiwan. It's just unbelievable that they have these real beef chunks in this instant noodle. The broth has a deep, rich, beefy flavor, as well as a decent amount of spice too. And then for dessert, we got a few things. First up, we have this Japanese mochi puff. I thought this sounded really interesting. Let's open it up. Whoa, it's so soft and squishy. Whoa, that is not what I expected. So the cream, it's kind of like a vanilla, almost custard-like, vanilla cream slash custard type thing. And then I thought that there would be mochi inside, or there would be like a layer of mochi, but it's not like that at all. I'm wondering if the puff part is like a cross between a cream puff and mochi, but it leans way more into the cream puff part than the mochi part. I wish that it was more mochi-like. And then I also got this crepe cake, and I actually got this because I know Bird loves crepe cakes. It's like your favorite kind of cake, basically.
Yeah.
So I figured, why not try it at 7-Eleven? Wow, look at all those layers. Whoa, it's so much softer than I expected. The crepe layers are so soft and smooth. They literally just like melt in your mouth. You barely even need to bite down. The cream is nice and sweet. This dessert is actually sweeter than a lot of the other desserts we had.
Now you got my attention.
Here, Bird, you come try. I think you'll like it. Pretty good, right?
Let me try again. Let me try again.
Just take the whole thing. And then this next dessert is also something I got because Bird said that when he was a kid, he would always beg his parents to get these from 7-Eleven.
I would always get them after I go to museums.
Wait, what?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I really liked dinosaurs, so I'd always go to like dinosaur museums. And then after, I would always get this.
How many dinosaur museums were there in Taiwan?
I don't know. I just remember this as a memory.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
Ooh, it looks so shiny, so jiggly. And I feel like usually you would like flip this over on a plate, but just for convenience sake, I'm gonna eat it straight out of here. Mmm.
Now you see why the dinosaurs love it.
The dinosaurs, more like the birds.
Related.
Okay. It's nice though. It's like smooth, but it's light, slightly sweet. Not bad. Oh, you know, I just had an idea. We should add it to boba.
Now you're thinking.
Let's add the pudding in. Oh, all right, let's see. Earlier I said this needs to be sweeter and that helps add the sweetness too. I think it's not bad. It made it better. Our final 7-Eleven for dinner, and there's still a few things that I haven't shown you guys in the video that are, in my opinion, must-gets at 7-Eleven, like one of which are these papaya milk cartons. I absolutely love these. Papaya milk is one of my favorite drinks to get in Taiwan, and the same brand also makes this watermelon milk. This just takes me back to whenever I'm in Taiwan and it's hot, which is actually a lot of the time. It just really quenches your thirst. It's kind of refreshing, even though it's milky, but like, I don't know how to describe it. It just literally, this tastes like Taiwan to me.
Tastes like nostalgia.
Tastes like nostalgia, yes. Now for the watermelon one, and these surprisingly do fit the mei straw. Oh my god, I haven't had this one in so long because I always go for the papaya, but wow, this is so nice. It still retains the refreshing quality of watermelon, even though it has like the milk to it as well. Then something that caught my eye was this melting cheese and kielbasa kimbap, and I guess it's in collaboration with Super Junior, the K-pop group. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's corn. These are really hard to pick up, but let's give it a try. The rice itself has flavor and seasoning. It's like a little bit spicy, not a lot, just barely a hint of spice. You get a crunch and sweetness from the corn, creaminess from the cheese, sausage is nice and meaty. I do wish that I had more cheese. I feel like that would make it better. And I also wish it was easier to eat. It's not bad, but I wouldn't get it again. Next up we have this salmon and salmon roe onigiri. Ooh, when you first bite down, the seaweed has a nice crisp, then you get the chewy rice, and then you get the little bursts of like seafood umami-ness from the roe. This is going in my tops with the tuna. All right, now moving on to the main course. First up, we have this pork cutlet curry omelet rice. It just looked so good. And for this one, the instruction actually had 2 numbers. It said 8+2, which basically means just click 8, and then once 8 is done, you can click 2. Let's go in for one of these pieces of pork cutlet. Ooh. Look, there's some cheese there too. Dip it in that curry sauce. That is good. The flavor of the curry is super nice, very fragrant, and it goes so well with the pork cutlet. Since this is a microwavable meal, the pork cutlet isn't like crispy or anything, but I expected that to be the case. But it is still quite good. It's decently tender, not like super juicy, but not tough. So I appreciate that. I'm very curious about this egg. It looks so runny. Cheers. Whoa, very creamy egg. I don't know if it's just my bite had a lot of cheese, but it also was very cheesy too. I also picked up this minced pork with pork chop rice, and this is actually from a section that they had called Star Rated Cuisine, which makes it seem very
fancy.
Premium. Yes. And this has the Regent Taipei logo on it, which is a like luxury hotel here in Taiwan. So I guess they collaborated with them to make this one. Let's go in for a bite of the Lu Ro Fan first. Cheers.
I can like confidently say this is better than a lot of places in America.
The pork is so fatty. It has tons of that like braised, stewed flavor. My only gripe is I want more, but let's try the pork chop. Oh, this is a huge piece of pork chop. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to eat this. Let me try to cut it. Oh my gosh, look, it cuts so easily with just a spoon. Wow, look at that. This spoon is not even like a strong spoon either. It's so soft. Wow. Good flavor, juicy, tender. I'm speechless.
Yeah, I'm in shock.
Let's try the cabbage.
Good, right?
How the heck is cabbage so good? It's like sweet, flavorful, has a little crunch. We saved like the best meal for last, actually. Last but not least, we got some dessert. I got this Haagen-Dazs strawberry and green tea ice cream bar. I love strawberry matcha type of combination, so I'm very excited. Ooh. Oh, whoa. It looks very different from the photo on the box. I have sensitive teeth.
Grandma teeth.
I have grandma teeth. Basically, it tastes like strawberry Haagen-Dazs. There is more strawberry flavor in the chocolate as well. Even though I see this green tea, I'm not getting a lot of green tea flavor. Maybe like a tiny hint at the end, but mostly just tastes like strawberry.
Yeah.
Oh. I can taste more green tea now. It is nice because the green tea is not very sweet, so it balances out the sweetness of the strawberry. I just think that they need to work on like the distribution of strawberry and green tea. I think it's a good concept, but the execution needs work. Overall, we've eaten so many yummy foods just from Taiwan 7-Eleven today, and our top 5 in no particular order are the braised pork fan tuan, pork chop bento, instant beef noodle soup, pork loin and egg toasty, and the red bean and mochi toasty. Don't forget, you can shop the first ever Feed Mei Mei merch. We worked really hard on this and we're so proud of it, and I hope you guys love it as much as we do. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!